Dear students, welcome to this session. In this session, we'll start discussing the greedy approach or greedy algorithms. Is the next algorithm design technique. So we have discussed so far the divide and conquer approach and the dynamic programming for solving the problems. The next one is the greedy algorithms. How it is differed from the dynamic programming that we will discuss. So we start from the dynamic programming. We recall the dynamic programming approach. In the dynamic programming approach, what it will do means the smaller size subproblems will be solved first. It will start solving the smaller size subproblems. The smaller size subproblems will be recorded. It means it will be stored in a table. These solutions will be used for constructing the solution for the bigger size subproblems. Okay, so like that it will solve the problem. Okay, so it will start solving the smaller size subproblems and store the solution in a table. These solutions will be used for constructing the problems for the main. So here the drawback in that dynamic programming approach is complexity will be reduced. Okay, when compared to the divide and conquer approach, the complexity will be reduced. Unnecessary computations will be avoided. But on the other hand, when you consider the memory, okay, it will occupy some memory. So memory, that is a space complexity, will little bit high when compared to the divide and conquer. So that only when the larger problems, okay, when the problem which needs a huge memory, in that case, instead of going for the dynamic programming, we can go with the greedy algorithms. The greedy algorithm is similar to the dynamic programming. It will start solving the smaller size subproblems, but the smaller size subproblems will not be recorded. That is the main thing. The smaller size subproblems will not be recorded. Instead, what it will do means, at that stage, okay, that is when for example length equal to 2, okay, so what are all the possible solutions for the length equal to 2, like that it will find. So the dynamic programming, the solutions will be recorded, but in the greedy approach, at this stage, okay, smaller size of problems, it will choose the best solution. At this stage, what is the best, like that it will choose it. So the next size subproblems will be solved from that best solution. So what is happening? Some of the options are skipped, okay, at each and every stage. So finally, it will get one solution. That solution is an optimal solution. Optimal solution means nearest best solution. You will get nearest best solution. So that we need not record all the values. At each and every step, it will choose one best solution from that. So the next level solutions will be constructed from this best solution, so that the remaining solutions will be dropped at that stage itself. So that the search space will be reduced. Okay, so that only it means the greedy approach will give the optimal solution. Okay, but it will not give always the optimal solution. The solution may be wrong. Okay, may be wrong means it may not be a correct solution. It will be a nearest best solution. The reason is in each and every stage we are skipping some choices, so that we are reducing the search space. So some limited space only we are searching for the solution. So the solution may be available beyond that space, but we are not considering the space because of the size of the problem. So if you are considering all the search space is a very huge. If you are considering all the solutions, it will take much time. So to reduce that search space, each and every stage we are pick only the best solution from the best solution we are constructing the main problems. So there are two advantages here. One is that memory is not needed like dynamic programming. We need not store that memory. Also the search space is reduced. Okay, so only with that hope of finding the best solution. It is not sure that we will get that exact solution. We will get that nearest optimal solution. That is a nearest best solution. Optimal solution will be what will be obtained. But this is not for all the algorithms. For some algorithm, this approach will give that exact solution. Okay, so depending on that algorithm, we have to choose. Some problems what will give the optimal solution. So two advantage: one is the memory is not needed. Another advantage, what the search space is reduced. We will not look for all that search space, all this where the solution is not found. Okay, those spaces those spaces will be what reduced, will be what removed from that search area. Only we will look in this area, some solutions may be there, like that we will think and we will go for that area. So in that area we will search the solution. Okay, so all these possible solutions will not be checked. It will go what each and every stage it will choose the best one, and then from that best it will construct that global best solution. Okay, that is the greedy algorithm. Okay, so if you want to better understand these greedy algorithms, we will come from that matrix chain ordering. Say that A, B, C and D, 4 matrices, 5 by 3 and 3 by 4 and 4 by 2 and 2 by 6. Like that we have taken these matrices. So our aim is what is the minimum number of multiplication needed? Okay, and what is that order? Okay, what is the order of multiplication? Okay, A into B into C into D, which multiplication has to be done first, so that what will get that minimum number of multiplication? Will record only what the minimum number of multiplication. That is the problem statement. So already we discussed the dynamic programming approach. Dynamic programming approach means what? Smaller size subproblems will be solved and it will be recorded. For example, the length equal to 2, what are all the problems will be solved? That is what? That AB and BC and what? CD, and all will be what? Recorded. In the length equal to 3, it will find it ABC and then what? BC and then what? D. So those will be what? Recorded. And then length equal to what? 4, and then for that it will find that final solution A, B, C, D, like that. Okay, so this is that way for finding the solution in the dynamic programming. Whereas for the same problem, if we solve the same problem in the greedy approach, okay, at this stage L equal to 2, okay, it will find all the possible solution at this stage. That is what? A, B, and then what? B, C, and then what? C, D, like that. Okay, it will find all the possible solutions. It will find that minimum multiplication needed for A into B, B into C and C into D, like that. For A into B, the number of multiplication 60. Okay, and B into C, the number of multiplication is 24. And C into D, the number of multiplication is 48. Like that you will determine that number of multiplication needed. So in the dynamic programming, these solutions will be what? Recorded, but here we will not what? Store this. So for finding L equal to 3 at the next level, for the next level solutions, okay, so we will choose the best one from these 3 solutions. Okay, at this level, which one is looking what? Best. So with the hope of what finding, it will give that what? The correct best solution at the end. We are going to choose one what? As a best solution from that. So that choice only is called as a greedy choice. Okay, which one you are choosing at each level as a best, that choice is usually called as what? A greedy choice. So what here what we are choosing this. So if I choose, I will get the answer. Okay, like that we are choosing this. So this will be what? Choose as the greedy choice. So only is a greedy choice. So that what? Exact solution may get or not, that we don't know. But here it is looking best, so we are choosing that. So it is a greedy choice we have chosen. So what is the advantage here is we will not record this, so that what? The next level solution is based on that BC. With that BC, what are other possible? Like that only we will find. With that BC, we will find what? BC into what? A. Okay, like that we will check. Okay, another check is what? BC into what? D. Like that we will check it. Correct. But here ABC and BCD, here we will find that what? The optimal solution. Optimal solution means what? Here there are two choices are there. That is what? AB into C or what? A into what? BC. Like that we will find. Okay. So from that we will choose the best one. Again we will find here what? BC into what? D. Another one is what? CD. B into what? CD. Like that what? We have to what? Check all these cases. So search space is what? Here huge. So from that 4 solutions we will obtain this ABC and then what? BCD. So to get this solution we need to what? Check these 2. To get this solution we need to what? Get this 2. But here in the next level we are going to find only one. That is A into BC. What is the thing? And then what? BC into D. So what is that solution? Like that. So from these 2, which one is the best? So with that selection of that best, we will find that next level solution. Here among this A into BC and BC into D. So please clearly understand the difference here. In the L3, to find that ABC, okay, the minimum multiplication for that ABC, we need to check for this combination AB into C and A into BC. And then for finding the best minimum multiplication for BCD, BC into D and B into CD, what is that? Like that we need to what? Get that minimum. So 4 has to be what? Calculated. But here we obtained directly the 2 combination, that is A, BC and what? BC into D. So only we need to check what is that number of multiplication needed for what? A into BC and BC into what? D. Like that. Okay, because to obtain this AB we needed, but here that AB is not recorded, it is not needed. For finding this BC is needed, it is there. For again what? For the BCD, BC into D or what? B into CD. That CD also what? Skipped. So that what? This is not need not to be calculated, and this also what? Need not to be calculated. Only we need to find this A into BC and BC into D. Okay, so here the number of multiplication BC is 24 plus the number of multiplication needed for what? A and what? That BC. So from that it is clear that A into BC we need what? 50 what? 4 multiplications. BC into D we need what? 60 multiplications. Okay, so at this stage which one is looking best means what? A into BC. So that what? For the L4, okay, directly we can obtain the answer what? A into what? BC. We can skip this. BC into D will not be there. Okay, this answer into what? D. Like that we can directly write it. Only one option. So that what? We will get that the total multiplication here needed is what? 114. Minimum number of multiplication needed. So that what? The recomputations, okay, is avoided here. The search space is reduced. So here we choose this as the best. The next what we choose this as the best, that is the greedy choice. We are skipping this. Okay, so what? Each level we are picking the best one. From the best solution we are what? Constructing the solution for the main problems. So this is the called as the global best solution. Finally the solution which one we are getting, that is a global best solution. So at each level we are obtaining one best solution, that is a local best solution. Okay, the choice which made at each level is usually called as the greedy choice. Okay, we remember for this input, okay, this choice is given what? Correct, that is this final answer. This is what? Looking like what? Final answer. So it is looking what? Correct. But if this is the final answer, if you are giving any other input, for that input it will not what? Give the best solution. Okay, so it will give the best solution for many input. Okay, but it will not give for all the input. It is giving the correct exact solution. So that only we are saying that what there is an optimal solution, nearly best solution for many inputs. It is giving the same answer. Okay, that is the optimal. That is the best exact answer. Okay. Consider another example like the same A, B, C, and what D, 4 matrices. Okay, this dimension is what 101 into 11. This dimension is 11 into 9. This dimension is what 9 into what 100. Okay, and here what 100 into what 99. So these are the dimensions of the matrices. Okay, suppose if you are applying the dynamic programming, okay, and greedy. Okay, so greedy as well as what dynamic programming if you are applying. Okay, if you are applying the dynamic programming, will obtain that result as what AB into what CD. That is an exact solution. So in this way, if you multiply, okay, you will get the multiplications, minimum multiplication as what? So 18, 90, 90. Okay, just to check this. Okay, so if are applying the dynamic programming for this input, okay, we will get this what result. So this is the optimal parenthesization. So number of multiplication needed, what this one. This is actually what exact solution for the dynamic programming. The same greedy approach, if you are applying for this input, if you are applying the greedy approach, okay, we'll get the solution like what BC, because in the first level the BC is looking like what the best. From that the next level BC into what D is looking like what best. The next level A into what this will be looking like what best. So final result will be like this, BC into D. Okay, that will be multiplied with that A, like that we are obtaining. But here not like that, AB and then what C. The first level itself what we are getting the two best. Okay, dynamic programming. Here what the greedy approach we are getting this what result. Okay, we are getting what this result. So and here number of multiplication needed here is what it is equivalent to 22, 79, what 89. Okay, like this. So see the difference. This is an exact solution, but the greedy approach we are getting some other result. That solution you see that number of multiplication, it is not is an exact answer. Exact means what our objective is what minimization. What is the minimum number of multiplication? That is the exact what multiplication, exact minimum number of multiplication. But here it is needed what 2,27,000 something. But here 1,89,000 multiplication alone we needed. So that is the exact solution. But greedy approach we will not get that exact solution always. Okay, but the time will be reduced. Where we can apply the greedy approach means when the search space is very huge. For the kind of the NP hard problems, we can go with what the greedy approach. Okay, so the solution space is a very huge. I am not able to check all the solutions, but I need some what nearest best solution. Then you can go with what the greedy approach. Also, what this is not the true for all the type of algorithms. For some algorithm, okay, it always produce the correct result. Okay, that approach is like this. Okay, it will always produce the exact result. That type of algorithms also there. So now we'll discuss, we'll see the definition of what the greedy algorithm and the difference. What I explained, I given as a statement. Okay, definition. A greedy algorithm is one which finds the optimal solution at each and every stage with the hope of finding the global optimum at the end. With the hope only. Okay, we don't know whether it will give the optimum solution or not. Okay, with the hope of finding a global optimum at the end. So greedy algorithms do not always give the optimal solutions, but for many problems they do. Okay, that is the main point. So then the example algorithms. Okay, what are the example algorithms for the greedies? Mainly already we discussed one algorithm, Dijkstra, single source shortest path algorithm. So that is an example for what? The greedy algorithm. But the Dijkstra algorithm always, for any kind of the input, always it will give a best solution. Okay, the approach is the greedy approach. It means what? Each level where we are choosing the best one and then we are traveling. Just you go through that algorithm, Dijkstra, okay, and analyze it. How it is, why it is called as what? Greedy algorithm. Like that, just you analyze it. Okay, that approach is what? Greedy approach. And always it will give that optimal solution. Okay. And then generation of the Huffman code is another example. Huffman code is actually a technique used for data compression, okay, text compression. Okay, so that we'll discuss in detail. And then activity selection problem. It is like a scheduling the activities. Okay, so activity selection problem. So another one is a knapsack problem. So these are some example algorithm for what? Greedy algorithms. Okay, so we'll see one or two example from this. Okay, the single source shortest path already we discussed. We'll discuss that Huffman code algorithm, Huffman generation of what? Algorithm for generating the Huffman code. So that we'll discuss. The next one is comparison of dynamic programming with what? Greedy. Okay, so dynamic programming first solve the smaller subproblems and store the solutions in a table, so that the rest of the subproblems with a larger size may use this stored solution. But in greedy approach, the smaller subproblem solutions will not be recorded. Instead, at each step, it will choose the best solution, which is called as the greedy choice. Okay, this solution will be used in constructing the solution for the main problem. So at the end of the last step, the optimal solution will be what? Obtained. Okay, so be clear in that difference between that dynamic programming and greedy approach. When you are converting the dynamic programming algorithm into the greedy algorithm, we will lose what? The optimal solution. Okay, if that type of problem only the dynamic programming is the best one, means you should go for it. Where the solution space is huge or this problem the greedy approach is the best suitable, then you go and go for what? The greedy approach. Okay, so try to understand different algorithm design techniques. Okay, if you have the doubt, be clear in the difference between the three techniques: divide and conquer, dynamic programming, and what? Greedy approach. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask.